Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4 and we present about Islamic Capital Management MUSYARAKAH MUTANAQISAH. MUSYARAKAH refers to a method of funding used by Islamic banks. All capital contributors have the right but not the obligation to take part in management. Each partner bears the loss by his or her participation, while the profit is divided among the partners in predetermined percentage. There are three pillars of Musyarakah, which are Sirat, Al-Aqidain and Mahalul Aqad. Musyarakah Mutanaqisah was originally a concept of partnership breakdown, contraction and termination of ownership. Syarikah means to mix two properties in such a way that it is impossible to identify separate parts. However, Mutanaqisah comes from the root word naqasa, which means to reduce or lessen it. The establishment of the partnership is the first step in the transaction, after which the two partners buy and sell equity. Therefore, it is essential that the partnership contract not contain any provisions regarding this purchasing and selling. The purchasing and selling agreement also needs to exist separately from the partnership deal. It is not authorized to enter into one contract as a prerequisite for finalizing the other.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Nur Amiza Akila binti Yaakob. We present about the distinctive features of the Musyarakah Mutanaqisah. First, redemption price is fixed. Second, the sharing of profits and loss. Third, the clear roles and responsibilities. Fourth, limited liability. And the last, asset ownership provides a valuable alternative. Overall, the Musyarakah Mutanaqisah contract offers a unique structure that allows for gradual equity transfer and eventual sole ownership, providing a valuable alternative for financing assets in Sharia compliant manner. Next, I will present about the advantages of the Musyarakah Mutanaqisah. First, they follow the Sharia compliance. Second, risk sharing. Third, ownership of asset, the transfer of equity in installments and sole ownership of asset. And fourth, the flexibility in profit distribution and the long-term financing. Overall, these benefits underline the special advantages of Musyarakah Mutanaqisah as a financing tool in Islamic finance. They are offering a different and modern method of accumulating wealth. And the last, I will present about the disadvantages of the Musyarakah Mutanaqisah. First, the complexity in documentation. Second, risk of asset ownership like market fluctuation, maintenance costs, or unforeseen circumstances. Third, limited scale, and the last, limited market availability. So, in any financial arrangement, including Musyarakah Mutanaqisah, they requires careful considerations and accurate risk assessment and expert guidance. That's all from me. Thank you.
Conventional product and Musyarakah Mutanaqisah are two financing options that differ in terms of interest rate, risk and liability, control and ownership, and adaptability and flexibility. Conventional products involve a fixed interest rate and predetermined repayment schedules, while Musyarakah Mutanaqisah emphasize partnership and profit sharing. Both methods share risk and obligation, allowing partners to share loss proportionately based on their investment operations. Ethical consideration and individual preferences influence the choice between these two financing options. Musyarakah Mutanaqisah is an Islamic financial concept that adheres to Sharia principles, promoting partnership and share profit, share risk and liability, share ownership and control, and greater flexibility. This unique feature sets it apart from conventional loans, which support interest-based transactions by allowing partners to make decisions and manage projects together. Musyarakah Mutanaqisah encourages a collaborative approach and is more adaptable than conventional products. Musyarakah Mutanaqisah is a partnership agreement in Islamic finance that focus on risk sharing, profit, and loss sharing. However, practical implementation can be challenging due to issues like asset valuation, profit distribution, governance, and the role of Islamic financial institutions. risk even if the bank co-owns the property and is responsible for any damage not covered by kafil.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Karini Samyati Muhammad Sani. My matrix number is A21B2527. Next, I will presenting the illustration of Musyarakah Mutanaqisah. For the first floor, customer does not have sufficient funds to make a full payment for the purchase of an asset, such as a house. Then the customer meets with the developer who is building the housing to obtain approval to obtain a sale and purchase agreement certificate in the name of the bank that the customer wants to make the financing, and put the name of customer in this certificate so that by obtaining this approval, the business to obtain financing from the bank can be approved easily. The customer pays to the developer an advance of 10% out of the 100% from the payment. Secondly, once successfully obtaining the sale and purchase agreement certificate, customer meets with a bank such as Maybank Islamic or Citibank that provides financing contract based on the Musyarakah Mutanaqisah to make a financing agreement with the bank and submit the documents required by the bank. When the customer gets approval from the bank and the customer will become partners in the purchase of the house. The customer and the bank will jointly issue capital to obtain the assets desired by the customer, with a ratio 90 and 10, which is 90% capital from the bank and 10% capital from the customer. The house is made as joint ownership by registering their names according to the shares of ownership between the two parties. This customer will live in the desired house as soon as the house has been built, but the customer has to pay in installments, which is ijarah, to the bank up to 90% of the capital that the bank has issued for the customer to live in the house and until the end of the contract period. At the same time, the customer will also buy equity from the bank according to the current market value of the house, where the equity value can go up and down. Over time, house ownership from the bank is decreasing while customers are increasing. Next, for the fourth floor, if the house is not fully ready to live in, the customer needs to make a payment in the form of Ijarah Mausufah Fizima, which is advance rental payment, where the bank can ask the customer to pay a small part of the rental value that has been agreed upon as a future rental. Then, when the house is ready to be built and comfortable to live in, the advance payment will be calculated as the customer's first month rental payment. But not least, for the fifth floor, upon completion of payment in installment made by the customer to the bank according to the period that has been set, the house will transfer ownership from the bank to the customer and will be fully owned by the customer. This contract Musyarakah Mutanaqisah is available in Islamic bank throughout the country, such as Maybank Islamic provides the Musyarakah Mutanaqisah Term Financing I (MMTFI) product. That's all from me. Thank you.
So, in conclusion, Musyarakah Mutanaqisah is a popular financing product that allows clients to buy some of the real estates before fully purchase the majority share from the bank. It works as an alternate home finance product which avoid interest rate implementation by replacing rental income. Furthermore, ulama have different opinion on its usage, with some accept it as long as Musyarakah Mutanaqisah follow Sharia laws, whilst others reject it since it introduces an element of uncertainty. Last but not least, increasing the use of Musyarakah Mutanaqisah in Islamic banks is a good idea to ensure full Sharia compliance and avoid disagreement among Islamic economists. So that's all from my group. Thank you.